So now we're going to take a little bit of a look at Lab 3 and how we can implement all of the concepts we talked about regarding the VGA standard, and utilizing our Cmod A7 FPGA and a breadboard a D to A converter represent a display, and in this case we'll do a bouncing ball, through a VGA cable and onto a monitor that I have over here. So to start understanding this, because it can be a little bit confusing, we have the positive and negative 3.3 volts coming into this power rail here from the Cmod A7 board. And then we have the red, green, and blue channels up top here. Whoops. The red is denoted with these 3 red wires, and that'll be pins 1, 2, and 3 in the constraint file. And so this first one is connected to a 2 kilo ohm resistor, which I don't have, so I connected to 1 kilo ohm in series, but that works out just fine. The second one is supposed to be a 1 kilo ohm resistor, which I did have, and that would be this one here. And this third red wire connects to these 3 resistors here, which together combine to make 510 ohms, as I only had a 470 and 220s. And then the same thing can be seen for these green wires here. These 3 represent the green display, or the intensity of the green in each pixel. And so it's a repeat of the same thing with 2 kilo ohm resistors, two 1 kilo ohm resistors, a 1 kilo ohm, and then 470 and 220s making up the values 510. And lastly, we have 2 blue ones here that connect and represent our blue intensity, one at 1 kilo ohm here, and then these 3, representing 510. And lastly, on these yellow wires, we have the horizontal sync and the vertical sync, which connect to 100 ohm resistors here. And then finally, these ports all map onto the VGA pinout as explained, and this is connected to a male USB cable. So these are all female wires. And so we have the top pin here connected to red, and so these 3 resistors down here combine into this one value. Then we have green, same thing, and again same thing for blue here. And then it might be a little challenging to see, but this bottom row, the other wires connected all the way on the bottom, the orange and brown, they represent the horizontal and vertical sync respectively. And then the last wires that we have connected here are all ground. And so when we plug this in, our cable over here, everything powers on, and on Vivado off screen, I'm programming the device with the code that you can find on GitHub. And so here you can see we have everything hooked up. The board is powered on, indicated by the lit LEDs here and here, and it connects the VGA cable to my monitor, and you can see we have the red bouncing ball moving up and down the screen.